All right, so today I'm going to build a Nuke device. So this is it right here. Your players can come into the world and say, oh, look, a Nuke device. I'm going to turn it off with this red button. Uh-oh, countdown. Run. And go. Ah, bummer. And we got a little bit of residual radiation there. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to pause the video, get a fresh world, and start building. All right, so here's my fresh world. I'm going to add a part, and a part I'm going to call that Nuke box. Nuke box right there. And I'll make this diamond plate. So I just hit a D for the material. Diamond plate came up. Let me go to position. I'll put it at 0, 2.5, and 0. Hit F to frame in. So I just like to work in the 0 part, so it's easy to line things up. I'm going to anchor it, and let's make the size 4 by 5. Let's make it 5 by 4 by 5. 5 by 4 by 5. There we go. Pull it out of the ground. Turn on collisions. Push it down to the ground. Now we need a button. So go ahead and add a cylinder. There we go. There's my cylinder. And I'll call that button. 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 Let's make it red. And let's make it neon. Just hit the N for the material, and neon should pop up. And let's see what else we got to do. Let's anchor it. And the size, I'll make it 0.2 by 1 by 1. Position, I'm going to put that, let's put it right here in the center. 0, 4, and 0. Up a little bit on the Y, but centered in the world. Oh, collisions are on. Do that again with a 4. Just change that to a 4. There we go. Now just pull the button out. Turn collisions on. Whoops, went through. Just touch it. There we go. Move it up a little bit. There, that looks good. Got a little button. On the button, let's get a click detector. And we'll call that click. And let's see. Let's take the nuke and the button, right click, group into a model, call this nuke, and we might as well give it a primary part. So open your model, with model selected, hit primary part, make it into nuke box. All right, now let's add a flash. So I'm going to turn collisions back off. I'm going to put the flash inside. It's going to be a yellow ball that goes out, and let me just go ahead and make a ball, a sphere right here. I'll call this flash. Drag flash inside the nuke. And let's make it yellow. I'll make it neon. There we go. Let's make it, put it in the center. Say 0. Actually, let's put it so it's half in and half out of the ground. So it expands out as a hemisphere. And that would be 0, 2, and 0. Alrighty. We can move this up to see it if you want to see it. So move the box. There we go. See, it's halfway in the ground. Control Z to put that back. I'm going to make it smaller, though. I'm going to make my flash 1 by 1 by 1. All right, nice. So the flash, I want to anchor it, but I'm going to turn can collide off. It's going to be like, it's just going to kill things as it goes. We don't want it to push things out of the way. All right, looking good. We should get a sound, right? Let's get a sound. Go to our toolbox. Audio. Explosion. And what does this one sound like? It's not bad. Too long. That'll work. That's kind of a good one. I'll just drag this out to the workspace. You don't see it, but it is here in the Explorer. I'm going to put it down on the nuke. I also want a billboard GUI for my nuke box that says nuke device. That's going to be the countdown too. So I'll do billboard GUI. There we go. Call this nuke GUI. And we can give it max distance and stuff. I'm not going to mess with that. I'm just going to move it up. So go to studs offset, change the Y to about 5. There we go. So it's going to be above the device. Let's add a text label, and I'll call that nuke label. There we go, nuke LBL. And let's make the background transparency 1. Let's see what else we got. Let's make our font cartoon. The text, let's call that Nuke device, and we'll change that with code for the countdown. Text color, I'll make that green. And scale the text. And then I want to have a little bit of a border around my letters. So I'm going to go to text stroke transparency, make that 0. There we go. Good. Now let's add a script to our Nuke. There's a script. Let's see, I'll call this boom. All right, and boom, we need our button, script.parent. We need the click from the button, so button click. That's what we called it, right? Button, oh, let's do this. We missed our button. We need to do that to get the button. There we go, now we got it. Click, good. Let's get our flash. Script.parent, flash. All right, we get our Nuke label, so I'll call this Nuke LBL, script parent, Nuke box, Nuke GUI, Nuke label. And our sound, we need our sound. Local sound equals script.parent.sound. All right, now let's make a function for our countdown first. So the countdown, and it's just going to be a for loop. So 4, 5, we'll go 5 seconds, down to 1, decrement by 1. So each one will go down by -1. Then, oh, you know what? We have to make a index, right? I equals 5, down to 1 by -1s. We'll go Nuke label, text, countdown, string concatenator, which is a ... Let's say toString I. So I'm going to make my loop counter a string too. I'll just concatenate the two together, so it'll show up on the label. I'll just wait a second in between each iteration of the loop. And now at the end, we'll change the text to boom. Yeah. Nice. All right, now let's hook up our click detector. So click, mouse, click, connect, and it'll be countdown. Get rid of those 2 extra parentheses. Now the click detector will actually pass in a player. We're not going to use it, but you can put it there. You might want it for something. All right, let's try it. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we get a countdown going. And there's a Nuke device. Yep, there's our countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and boom. All right. So now we got our boom. Right here, we need to put an explode. We don't have that yet, so we're going to get an error. And then I'll change my text label back to Nuke device. All right, let's make our explode function. So local function explode, and we'll do sound play. Then I'm going to do a for loop. For I equals 1, 250 in steps of 1. Do. Let's change our flash size so that it expands out real fast. So size equals the old flash size plus vector 3 new I. So we're going to increase geometrically here. We'll say wait, and let's change the region after the explosion. So we're going to change the grass to cracked lava. All right, we could do a basalt too. That would actually be cool. All right, so region 3 new. This is where we're going to start the change. So I'm going to go back -250, which brings it to the back corner on the X and the Z. I'm going to go down by -1 under the terrain, and then 250. All right, now my terrain's flat, so I don't have to have a big Y. Then for, this is going to be the size of the change. All right, so let's see, vector 3, the size of the region, I should say. I'm just going to go up 5 studs because, like I said, I have a flat terrain, so I don't have to go up high. I just have to get over the initial ground position. And then we have to expand out the region. I don't know why you have to do this, but you'll get an error if you don't. So just do this, expand to grid 4. And I just basically looked at the documentation, and that's what they had, and it worked, so I went with it. Okay, so I'll say workspace, terrain, replace material in the region. You need this resolution of 4. It has to be 4. You take the old material that you want to replace, grass, and let's go down to the next line. And this is what you're going to replace it with. So we'll say material, cracked lava. Let's get that parenthesis up here. And that looks good. Then all we need to do is take our flash and put it back in the box. So we'll make it real small again. Vector 3, new, 1, 1, 1. All right, now let's see what we got. So we call our explode. And explode is going to increase the flash and then change the terrain. We're not going to die yet. I don't have a damage script on the flash yet. So there's my nuke device. Yeah, I'll click it. Run, run, run. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Haha. Nice. All right, let's add a damage to this flash. You can add a damage to the ground too, but you have to put like a big invisible part around it. All right, what do we got? Flash, script, damage, and local part equals script.parent local function on touch other part. That's the part that it's going to touch. If we're gonna check to see if the other part has a humanoid. Find first child. That's a humanoid. If it does, then take damage. Whoops. Kill it. Kill him. Whatever it is. We'll get our part. Part. Touched. Connect. On. Touch. Oh my gosh. There we go. Okay, now we got it. Let's go ahead and do it. We have our deadly nuclear device. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh. And there we go. And if you want to add a Geiger counter sound to it afterwards, you could do that. That's pretty easy. You saw how I played the sound. Just put it on looped. Looped equals true. All right, I hope you had a good time in that video, and I will see you in the next video.